In the land of Umuduru, where the morning mist clings to the earth and drums speak louder than words, there lived a man whose name struck both admiration and fear. Okonkwo, son of Ahanotu, was born under the hunter's moon, and from the moment he could walk, he chased lizards with a stick and mimicked the growls of lions. The elders said he was not like other boys. His eyes were always searching, not for play but for purpose. Okonkwo grew strong, swift, and silent. He could step through the thickest forest without breaking a twig. He could shoot a bird mid-flight. But it wasn't just his skill that set him apart. It was the story of how he received his gift, the gift of the spirits. When Okonkwo was just a young man, barely past the age of manhood rights, he entered the forest during the sacred week of silence. While others stayed in the village to honor the gods, Okonkwo, curious and stubborn, wandered into the heart of the woods. There, beneath the great Iroko tree, he heard a voice, not loud, not soft, but heavy. "You seek power with an empty belly," it said. Okonkwo dropped to his knees. From the mist emerged a figure, tall, robed in leaves and shadows. It was a forest spirit, and Meyiyo. The spirit looked into Okonkwo's eyes and said, "Dear, I will give you eyes that never miss and feet that never tire. But in return, you must honor the sacred oath. Never hunt the white antelope that roams the valley of echoes, for he carries destinies on his back." Okonkwo agreed. He bowed low, and the spirit blew a breath into his nostrils. When he rose, he felt it, the wild burning strength of the hunt flowing through his veins. From that day, the forest both bowed to him. Antelope, bush pig, porcupine, and even the sly leopard fell to his bow. Villagers came from far-off lands to see the mighty hunter. Chiefs offered him daughters. Traders brought him cloth and beads. He fed the poor, built a house larger than the chief's, and wore feathers from birds no one else had ever caught. Songs were sung in his name. But you see, child, even a calabash filled with honey can ferment if left open. The praise began to swell his head like an overripe pawpaw. He forgot the silence of the forest, the wisdom of his elders, and the warning of the spirit. One year the rain refused to fall. The yams shriveled, the rivers thinned, and the animals vanished deeper into the bush. Hunger crept into the bellies of the people like a sly hyena. It was then that a strange traveler arrived at the market square. No one knew his name, but his voice slithered into ears like smoke. He spoke of the white antelope, a creature so rare and sacred that only the ancestors dared speak of it. "They say," the traveler whispered, "that whoever catches it will never go hungry again. His name will live forever." Okonkwo's ears twitched. The white antelope, the one from the Valley of Echoes, the one he was warned never to pursue, but his stomach growled. His people needed food, and his pride needed more. That night, as the moon rose like a silver coin in the sky, Okonkwo stood at the edge of the forbidden valley. The trees were quieter here, as if holding their breath. He tightened the string on his bow, checked his arrows, and stepped into the mist. For hours he moved like a shadow, eyes scanning, heart pounding. Then there it was. The white antelope stood in a clearing, glowing faintly in the moonlight. Its eyes met Okonkwo's, not with fear, but with a sorrowful calm, as though it knew what was coming. Okonkwo hesitated. "I must," he muttered, aiming his bow, "for my people." He loosed the arrow, but before it struck, time stopped. Everything froze. The wind, the trees, even his heartbeat. Then from behind the antelope, the same forest spirit stepped forward, older, sadder. "You were warned, Okonkwo," the spirit said. "That antelope was not a beast. It was the bearer of your destiny. And with that arrow, you have pierced your own fate." Suddenly, the antelope vanished into smoke. The forest grew dark. Okonkwo stumbled back, confused, frightened. He tried to run, but every step felt heavier than the last. By morning, he emerged from the valley, weak, hungry, and shivering. He returned to Umuduru, expecting cheers, songs, questions, but no one recognized him. His hut was gone. His name was forgotten. The children he once taught to hunt ran from him. The woman who once sang his praise now stood beside another man. Okonkwo had hunted his destiny and lost it. So you see, child, Sometimes the greatest hunts are the ones we should never begin. Not all things that shine are meant to be caught, and not every whisper deserves our ear. Okonkwo had everything: strength, fame, and the blessings of the spirits. But greed is a quiet hunter. It creeps in unnoticed and steals what matters most. Remember, the loudest footsteps often walk away from wisdom, and those who chase what isn't theirs may lose what was meant to be. Now, close your eyes and let the tale rest with the wind.